This is the quarterback, Trevone Boykin.
You are an All-American.
All right, come on. This is the All-American quarterback, Trevone Boykin. This is an All-American linebacker, Paul Dawson. Welcome to the House of Playmakers. Caleb Clark was good with or without the WNBA, if you ask me.
If Shadur was at the Ravens, Baltimore, he would still be at number 3.
Bro, they was trying to get me to be Russ back up forever.
I would have done the same thing. I would have took the money because I feel like where I go, we gonna win. MVP, All-Americans, here with another episode. We here with number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah, man, it's been a blessing this far.
From what we just heard, only what 10% of podcasts is making
Only
to episode
10%.
10. We at episode 5.
Man.
We're episode 5. You know what's crazy though? I think the fact that we both sitting up here. You know, like I think 2014 we clean sweep, offense, defense, coach. What was me, you, Coach P? I think I won offensive player of the year, Big 12. You won defensive player,
coach of the year,
and coach of the year. That was clean sweep.
That don't happen too often.
I ain't seen. I mean, I would love to look it up, but I don't think it's been too many teams. At least in the Big 12. I don't know. I don't necessarily say.
Usually you would.
I bet you probably like that. I bet you probably Nick Fairley, Cam Newton, and the coach probably what that year they won.
What the defense look like?
That's what I'm saying. Nick Fairley was on the defensive line, and Cam played QB, and they won a national championship. So I'm pretty sure that year the SEC they probably clean sweep.
It's one every 10 years.
Yeah, one every 10 years. We definitely in a rare class. If that's what you ask. If that's what you ask.
It's a blessing.
But you wasn't. I stopped by campus today, at TCU, and I had 2 ladies approach me about our first topic today. And the first thing she said, and I didn't tell you this when you came, but the first thing she said, she was like, I'll be watching your podcast. And I was like, oh, for real? So it's shocked. Like, I'm trying to tell you, they own us. You know what I'm saying? They own us. So that's a good feeling to feel, to walk around and just know, like, people are tapping in.
Blessings.
Yeah, people are tapping in.
Blessings.
Shout out. They know exactly who they is. I met them on campus today. They both work at TCU. One graduated from the University of Florida. She did her undergrad at the University of Florida, and then she's now working at TCU getting her master's degree. And I think the other one is getting her master's degree as well. They both are. So shout out to them. But the topic, what they pushed up on me, as I was walking by, it was like, so what you talking about today? It was the first thing they said. What you talking about today? And I was just like, I don't be liking to give out topics, so I was just like real general. Mm-hmm. And so she was like, y'all gonna talk about the Nafisia Collier? And I was like, damn. Like, we actually is. You know, like, that's probably gonna be one of the first things we're gonna touch bases on. Were they hoopers? No, they wasn't. But they're women and know sports and around. Obviously, they work at TCU in the athletic department, so they know sports.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And so when they said something about it, I was like, yeah, we're gonna tap in on that today. And for y'all who don't know, we're gonna play the clip back. But for y'all who don't know, Nafisia Collier is a guard for the Minnesota Lynx. Baller. Prize picks, green every time. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real. No, she probably one of the best, if not top 5 players in the WNBA right now.
What would you say what she do best?
She a guard. She's averaging 22. I think she averaged 22 points, like 7 rebounds and like 3 assists a game. So she an all around offensive player.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she's a pretty nice sized guard. Like, I'm pretty sure she's 6 foot something, and playing for the Minnesota Lynx. Like I said, she's one of the best players in the WNBA, top 5 players in the WNBA, and for her to be the topic of discussion and what she's talking about, the topic that she's talking about was about their commissioner. And then I don't want to get the lady name wrong, but I think it's Kathy Engelbert is the lady's name. And she said some pretty nasty things. We're going to roll the clip.
I want to be clear, this conversation is not about winning or losing. It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money, it isn't ratings, or even missed calls, or even physical play. It's the lack of accountability from the league office. Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is a lack of accountability from our leaders. At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them.
Just some of the stuff she was saying was just crazy. Like, to be sitting in your seat where you are today as a commissioner, the one who's supposed to be elevating the league, the one who's supposed to be an advocate, especially when you sit in that type of seat. And then that's why I'm so glad for like it being some type of like representation for the players, because if it was no representation for the players, like these owners and these league officials would really be handling players right, kind of like they did with the NCAA process almost. We just bird feed you and think that that's enough. And so obviously a new bargaining agreement is coming along with the WNBA and the
a lot of times everybody be thinking the same thing, but they just need somebody to stand up.
And that's why you got to have somebody on your side to be able to get that insight and speak up for the voices of the players. It's just like in the NFL, it's no different when we got our NFLPA, right? So, and every league has it. Mm-hmm. It's damn near mandatory. Like, you got to have it. Mm-hmm. And not to sound like hella serious, but she talked about the officiating in the WNBA and how it could be a lot better. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I've watched some WNBA games, a lot of some WNBA games, and it's nowhere near to the level of competition as far as. But these women that are being put out there are some of the best women athletes in the world that we're watching on television, and I feel like they're not getting their fair share of the revenue that's being brought through the WNBA. And it's kind of how like it was with the NCAA, right? Remember, like every like sports or however it is going to eventually have to fight to get what they want, because at the end of the day, once you start bringing in more money, you obviously want more of that income. I can't just let your pockets get full and you continue to bird feed me. And so I feel like some of the stuff that she said was hella foul. The Kathy chick was hella foul. For her to be talking about like players should be on their knees begging, like that ain't the type of that's wild. Like they, and from what they saying on the internet and on First Take and those type of platforms, it's like they damn near calling for the lady job, and I don't blame them. Mm-hmm. for you to sit down in front of another player, to be both of y'all are in need of each other. It wouldn't be no Kathy without the lead, and it wouldn't be no lead without. So it's the same. The lead would have still been here without Kathy, regardless. Somebody else would have just been sitting in that seat. Mm-hmm. So you're thankful to be exactly like where you are today,
right?
And so
I feel like a lot of organizations, like they stuck on that traditional way of thinking.
Yeah, be grateful.
Right.
They just want you to be hella grateful for the opportunity, and don't all the time they pockets getting fat.
Right,
just be grateful for the opportunity.
And it always be somebody who come and change that. Just like Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
with Nike.
Yeah,
he get a percentage.
Yes,
he's the first one. Make a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see a lot of guys falling into that same situation.
But none of them is getting Jordan deals.
Right.
None of them is getting Jordan deals.
My point is somebody gotta
break them all. Right. Somebody gotta break them all. And like she said, why women like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, who's coming into our lead and has generated enough attention and enough media, enough revenue for why they contract so small in the beginning, the first 4 years they're making less. And I think the league averages at the time when the Kathy chick first came in, I think they was averaging like $60K.
The minimum?
I don't know what minimum. I don't want to get
average.
into. I don't want to get into minimum.
Average is crazy.
It's based off everybody.
Average
yes,
is crazy.
Obviously we know how to do math. Average.
The average is crazy.
Average in the
60K.
WNBA was at first it was 60. Now it's like close to 200,000, which is still. Man, it's, you talking about it's only what, like 10 teams in the WNBA?
What's the average of the NBA? Can we get that?
NBA average contracts probably bare minimum in the league. You probably making $1 million or $2 million.
That's the minimum.
That's the minimum.
The average.
Now the average on a team is $12 million
a year.
Well, let's just say the average in the league is $12 million. The average in the WA is 200,000.
200 to 12 million is
a huge difference. But the thing is, obviously, you got to look at how much the NBA generates over the WNBA. Still don't think that they're getting a fair share. Like the NBA generates, let's say they generate $1 billion a year. Let's just, and I'm probably lowballing or highball, whatever it is. Let's say they generate $1 billion a year. Well, the NBA players get like 30 to 40% of that, right? In the WNBA, let's say they generate $500 million a year. Well, the WNBA players are only getting like less than 10, from what I know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so it's a smaller percentage, and so like you got all these people who pretty much are eating off these WNBA players. And thank God you got somebody like Nafisa Collier who will step up and say something and bring it to the forefront.
Shit, I feel her. You know what I'm saying? People get tired of being mistreated and taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? At some point you got to stand on your own, you know, and step up for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And step up for other people as well. I don't think it was just for her. Like, obviously they lost the game, right? And she did it after a loss. A lot of people were saying she was a little
upset about that.
Upset. Well. And she could have been, but her first statement was like, cool, man, congratulations to them. I'm perfectly fine. This has nothing to do with the win or the loss, right? But obviously, like you said, it's a new bargaining agreement coming up. So now we getting, since her season's over with, let's get into the negotiation of things. That's pretty much what she at. And to put this out there, and if it's true, which it sounds like it is, because the Kathy chick put out like she never denied. She put out a statement. But in her statement, she never denied what was said, how these people should be thankful. And if it wasn't for the WNBA, Caitlin Clark wouldn't be able to make 60 to 16 million off the court. Caitlin Clark was making bread at Iowa. Caitlin Clark was good with or without the WNBA, if you ask me. Caitlin Clark was good. Angel Reese was good with or without the WNBA. She was making money at LSU. You got these girls' NIL deal was one of the highest. Right at LSU, Iowa, like this. They didn't need the They're actually making less money playing in the WNBA than they was playing they've been making at LSU and at Iowa. So to say that they're thankful, really on the cool, the league is thankful to be having two people like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark coming into the league. Like they should be thankful for them. And not saying that there hasn't been other great players that come in, but it's only a few that come in and actually change things, and the attention in the media that they brought from college all the way to the WNBA has been unmatched when you talk about any other players. Like I love Asia Wilson, baller. She probably gonna win MVP. She's about to compete for a championship right now. Right, they're trying to move on to win a championship right now. So I know for a fact that WNBA has talent, and I'm pretty sure there's more money to go along. So like, I'm riding with the WNBA players. I'm pretty sure most of the people are, because when you get people in high places that feel like it's almost like the CEO of a company like downing his workers. It's like, bro, without them, you wouldn't be making no bread. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I feel with this situation. It's like, you're lucky to really be sitting in the seat that you sitting, and then to not deny that you saying that these players should be begging and thankful and all this, that appreciative of the things that you did for them. Like, come on, that's a little.
I can see her. I can see her being fired and them changing that 10% to 30%, just like the NBA.
Yeah, I think it's gonna.
Maybe she don't have to get fired, you know, but she gonna have to understand that these players are worth more than what y'all getting.
And you can't handle people like that,
right?
All right, I think that's what it's gonna come down to. You can't handle people like that. The fact that now y'all stuff is kind of being aired out in the media, everybody gotta say something about it, right? I mean, we up here talking about it. So some needs to be done. Some has to be done. I'm sorry about that. But some has to be done. And with that being said, like you said, I don't know if the chick should get fired, the Kathy chick. I would never call for somebody's job
to get fired.
Get fired because I'm a person that like, man, if this is what you do to take care of your family, then who am I to say that you should no longer do that? I do think that she probably got some media things that she probably got to go jump in front of because, like I said, you didn't deny none of these allegations.
So if our coach, if a football coach, people found out that a football coach was mistreating their players, talking crazy, putting their hands on them, not even putting their hands on them, just talking crazy. You think people should move on from that guy, or should they make him go to?
I think it's I think everything is circumstantial.
Right.
I think based off people's resumes and what they bring to the table and what they done, sad to say is they get a little bit more leeway when it comes to doing things. But it's just like, bro, with great power comes great responsibility. You got to know what you're doing when you in that moment. Speaking from the Kathy chick, you got to know. Like, you just got to know. I wouldn't say, like, if this is a winning head coach and he knows what he's doing and he's supposed to be going and he comes in like that, the only time it will start being a problem if we're not winning. That would be when it starts to become a problem.
That's just like recent coaches in the news now. Mm-hmm. Either you're going to adapt or they're going to move on.
Yeah.
And it's period, point blank.
I think, so talking about a little adapting and moving on, I want to get into Tur, because you know I'm finna say his name. Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? It was Tur, Shedeur. I want to get into the Shedeur topic a little bit. So if y'all don't know, the Cleveland Browns have asked Dylan Gabriel, not asked Dylan Gabriel, but has promoted Dylan Gabriel to be the starting quarterback. But the tricky thing about it all is the fact that, okay, boom, Dylan Gabriel is your starter and Shedeur was your third string. But now, instead of Shedeur being the backup, Shedeur is still third string. And now you got Joe Flacco as your backup. Get what I'm saying?
So Shedeur never
so
leveled up.
It's like so we ain't even gonna give bro a chance. Like,
but that's typically how it is though.
It's not.
Yes, it is. That's typically on the depth chart.
No,
when you move 1 to 2 or 2 to 1, 3 usually stay at 3.
But in this case, 3 normally stays at 3. Mm-hmm. But in this case, I feel like it's a little different because you're dealing with 2 rookies and a backup that's 40. Right? So we already know what Joe Flacco gonna do for you. Mm-hmm. So you telling me as a football player, when I look at your depth chart and you put Joe Flacco back at number 2, you saying that, okay, if Dylan Gabriel gets a few games where he don't look hot, y'all gonna put Joe back in? He's our back.
I don't think they really.
We should be done with Joe. Not we. Joe Flacco is a wrap, bro.
Maybe that's their mindset. Maybe they have Shedeur coming in.
Is it Shedeur or is it Shedeur?
Shedeur. Maybe they have Shedeur coming in, starting. Getting a few reps if Dylan Gabriel not, making things happen.
He has to.
But you know what I'm saying? Maybe they just.
But why put it out there? But why put it out there that way? If I'm the owner of the Cleveland Browns, or if I'm the coach, right? I know Joe Flacco, but we bought you over here for a veteran presence. At the end of the day, we knew you was not going to be the one to take us to the Super Bowl. Let's be honest. So we bought you over here to fill a role. You're a role filler, but to us to get these 2 guys right.
So question: If it's a game that come down to the last 3 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. Dylan Gabriel get hurt, right? You're not gonna put Shedeur in. You're gonna put Joe Flacco in. Right or wrong?
In that case, yes,
because Joe Flacco has the more experience. He's been there, done that.
Yes,
that's why Shedeur is still at 3.
But it's okay. I'll tell you another thing that will change that. If it's 3 minutes left in the game and my team is 0-6, And in the first 3 games was on one dude, and then the other 3 games is on one. I don't care how much time left. I might put Joe Flacco on the game for that last 3 minutes, but next week, number 3 probably gonna be my starter.
If you offer, I agree. Totally.
They offer.
Totally.
They offer.
If you offer and at 6, 0 for 6, 0 for 7,
they offer.
You ain't got nothing to lose at that point.
Who we talking about here?
I'm just saying.
We talking about the Cleveland Browns.
I'm talking about 0 and 6 though. They 0 and what, 4?
It's slow. They closer to 0 and 6 than they is 2 and 4.
You can go from
to me. If you ask me, they closer to 0 and 6 than they is 2 and 4.
You can go from 0 and 4,
and that's the same amount of games
to 4 and 4.
Who?
And now you got 7 more. Then you got half the season to play, and you back in it. But if you 0 for 7 and 0 for 6, it's
go for anybody. Go for anybody.
We need to find something.
Call Russ. No, don't call Russ.
He said call Russ.
We ain't gonna talk about Russ right now. We got him on the table. We ain't gonna talk about it right now. But no, yeah, I just feel like Shedeur. I just feel like the whole Shedeur thing is like, I feel like they just steady throwing ways out there to try to handle him, and in whatever way possible. And it's crazy about media too, bro. Media will spin something like, I remember they talked about him not wanting to be a backup to like a Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson. As good as it sounds going to go back up somebody like them, like, you got to think about your opportunity of playing. Your opportunity of playing behind Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson is very slim to none. Now, I would take my chance. That's what you do. You take your chance, you roll the dice and go somewhere I can actually play. That's what you do during recruiting. I'm not finna go recruit somebody. They got 4 5-star QBs already. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna add myself to the list, or can I go over here and go be the number 1 right now?
If Shedeur was at the Ravens, Baltimore, he would still be at number 3 because of Cooper Rush. They would still have Cooper Rush.
Yes, but it takes something like this. Okay, even with that being said, bro, that job is a temporary, because regardless, Lamar coming back. I don't care who fills that role, regardless, Lamar's coming back, right? So with that being said, I wouldn't want to go play over there if I feel like I can contribute in Baltimore.
Right.
If I feel like a rookie coming into the league, if I feel like, hey, look, I want to play. Like, that's my mentality. Like, I feel like I can contribute. I want to play. I'm not finna go back up somebody like, bro, that's okay, me, for example. Bro, they was trying to get me to be Russ back up forever. That's what the coach, when Bev, the offensive coordinator, he came to me. I don't know where Bev is now. He might be, I'm pretty sure he's still coaching somewhere. But when he came to me, he was like, bro, Aaron Rodgers backed up Brett Favre for years and then eventually got the starting role. Well, I'm like, okay, well, Brett Favre was at the end of his career when they drafted Aaron. You know what I'm saying? He set for what, 4 years? Bro, Russ over here talking about how he want to play for another 10. I mean, he's still in the league. I mean, he's talking about how he want to play for another 10. If you think I'm about to be a backup to Russ for the next 10, you crazy. I'm in it for more than just the checks. The checks is good, don't get me wrong, but like, I want to play, bro. I want to contribute. I want to contribute. And speaking of contributing, that kind of roll us into our next topic with A.J. Brown. With him, do you feel like, would you choose, I guess I should ask you this, would you choose stats over winning or winning over stats? Because that's kind of like the predicament A.J. Brown in right now.
I would choose winning over stats, because if we all winning, we all winning. Right? More people looking at us if we all winning. If we losing and I got stats, you know, yeah, I'm setting records. Yeah, I'm doing good for myself, but what am I doing for the team? How does we look as a whole? You know what I'm saying? And that's what people worry about. You know what I'm saying? You can be this top guy, whatever, right? But if y'all not winning,
it don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing. That's how. So my take on A.J. Brown, if you ask me what would I take, I would take winning over stats any day.
And they 4-0.
They 4-0. But I do think it gets to a point to where for him, for me to say it as a quarterback and then to say it as a receiver is 2 different things. right? To say it as a quarterback because our careers and our legacies is based on wins and losses. My thing.
He's a prime guy on the team, right? He's a prime.
He's the number one receiver. He's the number one receiver on that team. So the
defense is gonna scheme for him, which is gonna better the whole team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
but I don't think that's how Philly winning though. Huh? Philly, I don't think that's how Philly winning.
They bracketing, bro. That's two people on one.
Sometimes I ain't gonna lie.
And then when they go 1-on-1, he catching them.
So right, I'm finna tell you my observation of the Eagles. My observation of the Eagles. We can get into the other teams as well. My observation of the Eagles. AJ Brown does not run more than 3 routes. It's either gonna be a 5-yard hitch or a slant or an end. But to DB, they're like he either gonna go a 5-yard in, 5-yard something, a 10-yard stop route, or a go route. And that's not saying that. And I tell my homies on the phone all the time, I'm not saying AJ Brown can't run routes. I'm saying either they not allowing him to, or they're not figuring out ways to. Because there's no way you should let a team take away your best player. I don't care what nobody say. It's not. I heard coaches, oh no, that's fine. That means somebody else should be open. But you still don't want to let a team take away your best player. And for AJ Brown to be number one on a 4-0 team, and probably out of the number one receivers, AJ Brown probably got the least amount of yards than anybody in the league, bro.
But they winning.
See, that's the compromise. That's what I'm asking. So, like, would you choose winning over? Because sometimes, as players, if you don't feel like you're contributing to the win, that's my thing. At some time, at AJ Brown in his head, he has to think, what am I here for?
You are contributing.
How? When you have no catches, no yards.
When you running downfield.
Yeah.
And it's two people on the side of you.
But that's cool.
That's contributing.
Yes, you're right.
Because now y'all just scored a touchdown because these two people.
Because these two people on you, and boom, you free somebody else up. Yes, right? I get that.
So
but still,
so him putting that tweet out, I feel like that's.
What did he? I didn't even see what he tweeted. Actually, I didn't see what he tweeted. I don't know. I know he back to reading the books on the sideline.
Even you tweeting and you complaining, I feel like that's selfish. Like why?
Because when you feel like somebody, I'll be talking on the phone with people. Would you
have more catches and more yards and y'all be losing and y'all 0-4?
Nah, I don't think that's the thing. I'm thinking he's saying we may be winning these games by larger margins if y'all found ways to get me the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. So it's the glass half full. It ain't necessarily like, bro, this is a winning recipe. Okay, boom. AJ Brown's supposed to have a certain amount of catches and yards. Saquon need to have a certain amount of carries and yards. This is
don't always work out like that.
And it don't. In some games, I feel it. But y'all are now 4-0, and we didn't only heard about like one game where AJ like that had like a game. Like we expect him to have. Like that's supposed to be every week.
If it ain't broke, don't fix.
It ain't broke.
If it ain't broke, don't fix.
But do you think? Okay, I'm gonna ask you this.
Maybe that one game was the game you needed to.
I'm gonna ask you this. Do you feel like that's a winning recipe? It is. I think it is because obviously they winning. Obviously, so but like Jalen Hurts only throwing for 120. Bro, we talked about what's good and what's not.
Maybe that's all he need to.
Obviously, it is if they 4-0.
He got Saquon back there. What a decent front seven for me, front five.
But even with Saquon back there, the last game, he only had like 40 rushing yards on like 20-something carries, 22 carries, 40 rushing yards.
And who would they play?
They played Tampa last week. They beat Chiefs, but they played Tampa last week.
Tampa, Levante David, they got a good front seven.
Yeah.
You're not running the ball on somebody. You're not running the ball on somebody who's been doing this for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who been holding it down for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Who been that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that must be one of the linebackers you like, because you normally don't like linebackers.
Levante David, cool.
Where you go to school at? LSU or something like that?
That's who they compared me to. I'm not sure where he went to.
Where you go to school?
But that's who they compared me to. They compared me to a Levante David. 1-2 fast.
Yeah.
But I'm smart. I play with my mind.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know how to get to the ball.
Exactly.
Make plays.
You know what I'm saying? We make plays with our brain.
I want to talk about my Cowboys for a little bit.
Go ahead, man.
How you feel about the tie? Because I remember, was you there that year No, you weren't there my rookie year. You can't say. So my rookie year, we tied versus Arizona, bro. The score was 9-9. And that was the weirdest feeling I had ever had in my life. I'm like we ain't win, but we ain't lose either. Or we ain't lose.
I would rather figure it out.
What's the
figure it out?
You talking
about last kick, last touchdown?
Some got to give.
Something. But they definitely need to change them rules though, bro, because that ain't it.
Why? Okay, even my homeboy was talking about that. Why you feel like they need to change the overtime rule?
Because it need to come down to a winner, bro.
Okay, think about this, right? When you are the HNIC, right? When you're the HNIC.
HNIC.
Yeah.
Which is what does that abbreviation mean?
The head person in charge.
Okay.
When you're the HPIC.
Of what?
Of anything.
Okay.
Right? You have to think about everything.
Okay.
Things that may go wrong, things that may not go wrong.
Okay.
And so when I look at the NFL, and at first, the overtime rules have changed plenty of times, I'm pretty sure.
The only thing I can see going wrong is a game lasting longer than what it's supposed to last.
My point. So when the owners agree to, hey, let's only cut this to one overtime quarter, because think about, like, if I got a Sunday game, and I got a backdoor and play Thursday, but we done went to a 3 overtime game with the Chiefs. Thursday gonna be like playing 3 games in 1 week.
Who fault is that you didn't went to 3 overtime with the Chiefs?
I'm not saying that. If it's 2 hard fought games, it's nobody's fault. It's just 2 hard fought games that
do better.
So you gotta cut your losses. To me, you cut your losses somewhere.
But what is the top? What does that even equal? Like how do you even
points
compare?
So at the end of the year, if 2 teams come out with the same record, beat the same amount of people, it will come down to a point spread. That's simple. It's been like that with anybody.
That's simple.
That's all it always
is. It's
ties in boxing.
As a player, you don't ever want to tie.
Yeah, you never want to tie. It's a weird feeling. That's why I was saying
it was a tie. If you fighting somebody, it was a tie.
The record, it looked even ugly. It looked,
we need to go again. Another round.
But even the record looked ugly. Like I think they 1-2-1. Like y'all ain't even got a.
That don't even make sense.
It don't even make sense. But speaking of the 1-2-1, you was riding for the Packers episode 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And I'm still rocking with the Packers.
And they tied with the Cowboys 40-40, but they supposed to be Super Bowl contenders. So what does that say about the Packers compared to the Cowboys?
The Cowboys played their best game
offensively
this year.
Offensively.
Both sides.
No, defense is. Can I say this? What do you say? Defense was ass.
The defense been ass all season.
My point.
They wasn't as.
They wasn't as ass.
They wasn't as bad as they been.
How? Do you not know? Do you not know the Packers scored on every drive in the second half? And you telling me that they doing better? Every time the Packers touched the ball in the second half, they either got 3 or 6 points.
How many times have they scored? How many times have they got scored 40 points on this year?
Probably all year.
Exactly.
Probably all year.
So you said
we turning into the Cincinnati Bengals.
They've been ass. I ain't gonna say all that.
We turning into the Cincinnati
probably
Bengals.
This year.
We're last year's Cincinnati Bengals. When we got all these high powered things we can do on offense, score a lot of points, but it don't mean nothing because just like anybody else, offense win game, but defense win championships. There's no way the Cowboys win anything giving up 1 more point always than an opponent. If that go out there and score 40, we giving up 41, or we at least giving up 40. Bro can't go out there and score 40 and have the defense stop him at nothing.
And honestly, I don't think it's the scheme at this point.
It's the players.
It's the players.
It's the players. I'm done with the scheme. Last week I was on the scheme. On my mama, last week I was on the scheme. It's the players,
bro.
What are they doing? This not Miami. This Dallas. It ain't too much to do during the week.
It's like
it ain't too much to do during the week, bro. This is not Miami, bro. That y'all should be locked in. Y'all should be locked in. Y'all in the city. Y'all practice way in Frisco at the store.
I couldn't even tell you what it is, bro. I don't want to put players on the spot, but they doing bad, bro.
Which player would you, if you had to pick out one?
Bro, I don't even want to do that, bro. I don't want to be negative. Okay. I'm gonna say it's a group as a whole because
it's the defense,
even the coach. Because if this is my player, I'm not gonna allow him to keep doing this week after week after week
without putting some fire up on his ass.
Exactly. You're not finna make me look bad.
Because
exactly.
I don't think coaches be realizing
Exactly. So
I'm
gonna blame the whole because it's just don't look bad, and I'm gonna mostly blame the back seven because the secondary is what's getting beat.
Yeah, the secondary is
the run game ain't too bad. It's decent.
Yeah.
It could be better, but what's getting tortured?
Yeah,
is the secondary.
Yeah,
and if y'all need some help, give me a call.
Give me a call. He love that. Give me a call,
hey, please, because
we're gonna get you a sexy call. Give me a call.
Hey, bro.
If you need something, give me a call,
and honestly, we need to share our knowledge, bro. I feel like coaching is a good,
Yeah.
Coaching is
we sharing our knowledge right now. It's only so much we can tell the Cowboys though. When you got an 80-year-old general manager who feel like, oh, we did good because we tied. Like, bro, you don't get this ain't no moral victory, bro. Like, to me, a tie is a loss, bro.
Facts.
To me, a tie is a loss. So I don't know how he looking at it like he won. They got Micah and we still tied. Bro, I know for a fact Jerry Jones went down there and told them coaches, y'all need to do whatever y'all need to do to not let Micah go off. If you go back and look at that game.
They was double teaming.
Every time he got either double teamed, running back chipped, or they play action pass away. They did everything away from, which is a great game plan. If you want to take somebody out the game, I tell people that's how you take them out the game. That's how you take them out the game.
Dak say, yeah, we got a nice game plan for him. We know we playing against a good contender. We got a game plan for him.
Yeah, got to. That's smart. You can't go. Canelo went in there with no game plan.
Hey, the thing.
And you see what happened?
But I really missed all that because of how oily Dak's skin was. You didn't see it? Bro had on baby oil, super shiny. Super noticeable, bro. You shining, bro.
Hey, man.
Out here.
Dak got all them kids at the crib now. I think he only got two. I think he got two little ones now. He just got married.
Bro was like shining, bro. Had the Diddy on. He had the Diddy on.
The Diddy all on.
Yeah, he had the Diddy all on. That's probably why he,
What about the Ravens, though, man? How you feel about the Ravens? You feel like they Super Bowl hopes? Is that a wrap?
Honestly, Lamar, just like I said earlier.
Give us your spiel about Lamar. You had a rant when you walked in about Lamar.
Lamar is a dog.
Facts.
But just like the NFL, people learn how to play people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You only gonna be top dog for so long until somebody figure out the recipe. And people have figured out to put a spy on Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
You rush 3, drop back 4.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he step up, that's what your spy for.
Yeah.
And he got to be somebody who can run.
Because you got to be able to catch him.
Exactly. So I feel like that's the recipe people been coming in. How many sacks they had? Like multiple sacks that game.
Like,
and usually
like
Lamar
4-5 sacks.
Lamar don't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? Even if people get back there, you ain't getting a stiff on.
Yeah. I think it's the offensive coordinator. I think they get away from, like when I look at Philly, right? When I say what's a winning recipe for Philly,
mm-hmm.
Saquon is going to touch the ball no matter what. If he has 20 yards or 200 yards, he's going to touch the ball 20 times
He makes stuff happen.
But that's a winning recipe. When you say, if you go back and look, like they all analytics and numbers and all this. When I go back and look at the numbers, the Eagles, they say the Eagles going to look at their numbers like, hey, when we hand the ball to Saquon Barkley 22 times, we're 20-0. When we only give it to him 10 times, we're under 500 team. We 5-5,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at the Ravens, I'm like, I think they get away from their recipe a lot. But when you go look at Derrick, and he has been fumbling, I think that's been shining him away in the key points. But he's still who he is. Even with Saquon Barkley getting 20 touches, he only had 40 yards. He still is who he is. So you still continue to feed him because something may shake. And so when I say I think the Ravens are giving up on their philosophy, there's no way I have a running back like Derrick Henry who don't touch the ball 20 times.
Facts.
That's how I control the game.
Facts.
And then I let Lamar be Lamar. That's how I control the game. I don't care if he go for 40 yards.
Mm.
I'm still going to hand him the ball 20 times because it controls the clock.
Like you said, maybe they're getting away from.
I think it's the fumbles that's been shining him away from handing the ball to Derrick Henry.
You know how I seen how he fixed that? how Derrick Henry fixed that. You know how he usually had long sleeves on. Nigga had on bands.
Yeah.
One band on, one band on. Straight skin. Ain't nothing falling
skin
out.
the best, bro. Skin,
for real.
it's because...
But at least it show he cared, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He trying to do better. You know what I'm saying? When
Because he's causing his team...
Exactly.
Even with Lamar being hurt right now, if he don't fumble the ball, they at least 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Or 3-0 or 3-1. I say 3-1 if he don't fumble the ball. They probably still lose. They probably still lose to the Chiefs last week. So let's say they 3-1 because Lamar for some reason can't beat Pat. So let's say they still go 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
I would say they're in a better position than being a 1-3 football team, and they're only 1-3. Sad to say is, and I'm pretty sure Lamar's being like because you came in like I'm tired of other people messing it up for Lamar.
Right.
And that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Every year I go watch bro get out there and ball. And then somebody like a Derrick Henry or Mark Andrews.
Last year it was Mark Andrews who dropped it,
fumble, right? Like all this, right? So I'm Zay Flowers the year before diving into the end zone. They boom knocked the ball out of his hand, right? So I'm looking at like, damn, bro can't catch a break, but it's really never his fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's always somebody who messing it up for Lamar, but he's the one that's getting the blame for it.
Of course, you're the leader. You got to take ownership.
And so, but how? And that's the part that gets frustrating. Is like, bro, I'm putting my team in position to be successful, but once the ball is out of my hands and I hand it to somebody like Derrick Henry and he let it go, ain't nothing I can do about it.
And it's crazy. You seen the tension between Lamar and
DH
and Derrick Henry last week about him fumbling.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, this week Lamar fumbled.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
He did.
So,
but the difference between Lamar fumbling and the running back fumbling, if I see quarterbacks trying to make a play, scrambling ball, woo, like, to me, stuff happens, right? They tell you protect the ball, but like I know you're trying to make a play. It's probably would have been best for you to throw it away or get down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as a running back, once they hand you the ball, bro, it's high and tight. When Lamar take off running with it, I think he did have a fumble. He took off running with it. Once Lamar takes off running with it, I don't see it happening too many times where he's fumbling the ball. When it's tucked, he ain't fumbling it.
But like you said, stuff happens.
Happens.
Even with Derrick Henry, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Stuff happens. It just seemed to be happening at the wrong moment for.
You see them big old steroid arms Derrick Henry got. Ain't no way the ball's supposed to come out at all.
And now defenses is trying them. You know how that go.
You know what I'm saying?
Now that we know you got a little case of the fumbleitis, bro, I'm hitting at it every time. Yeah. Every time you come through here, I'm jabbing at it.
And he tall too.
Yeah.
You got to be low.
Legs.
Straight legs.
Paquito. Legs little as hell. I'll be like, bro, I worked out with him in Sandersfield over here downtown Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our rookie year. Like 80%. And I ran into him at the College Football Awards show. At first I thought he played linebacker, didn't know who he was. I was like, man, big ass. They're here. Oh, that's number 2. That's the running back of Alabama. I'm like, damn. And then boom, he get drafted to Tennessee, still forming and the whole nine. But I'm just like, bro, like, he's still that dude. He's still Derrick Henry. You still handing the ball. Not to get off subject, you still handing the ball 20 times a game.
Bro, 95% arm workouts.
Yeah.
5%.
5% what, legs? You know who you remind me of a little bit? The crab on
Krusty Krab.
No, Larry the Lobster. Larry the Lobster on SpongeBob. Like, all chicks know Larry who remind me of, but but I had a crazy. So I don't know if a lot of y'all did. I tuned in to the Jackson Dart, New York Giants versus Carolina. I think they played against Carolina.
You've been
Chargers. They played against the Chargers. Damn, they beat the Chargers. They did.
Right.
And remember I was like, we got to see him play. Just got to see him play. Got to see him play. I'm like, okay, let's see him play. And do you feel like this? And we're gonna talk about Jackson Dart. Do you feel like? Because I've been in a situation before where I felt like I wasn't getting the same amount of opportunities that other people was when they get in the game. They making me run certain plays that I know for a fact that like, okay, this really supposed to be for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he'll go out there and run some plays. I'm like, damn, that really supposed to be for me. So it's like, why y'all got him out there running play that's supposed to be for me and got me out here running play that's supposed to be for him?
So what plays you think?
And so I'm just asking, did you kind of see that with Russ? Do you feel like they give Jackson Dart a little bit more better plays or better opportunities to make plays with like his feet, his arm, calling design run plays for the quarterback? Do you think that he's getting a greater opportunity to go out there and make plays than what Russ did?
So a play like a design QB run?
Mm-hmm.
How old is Russ? Russ don't want to be running up in there. I'm sure he don't want to.
But still, I mean, we saying that.
Right, but
we saying that. But I'm pretty sure they probably saying the same, which is hindering them because he may have no problem. That's why I mean by saying, is it the play caller? Because, okay, we can run a QB with Jackson Dart, but Russ, man, you don't know that. Call the play.
Mm-hmm.
Call the play. Who's to say that it won't look the same? Mm-hmm. Or if not, maybe better.
I mean, that's why you go through it during the week, though. You know what I'm saying? See how it look. Maybe they had it in there day one. Seen Russ do it and was like, we can't run that this week.
Yeah. But I mean, Jackson Dart, bro, I ain't gonna, like I said, watching the game, Jackson Dart looked good, obviously. He looked real good.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Chargers, who was on a roll. Like you said, yeah, they were 3-0 at the time. And then, like, the amount of, like, intent. So I watched Brian Daboll when Russ was cooking versus Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't see the same type of head nut, bro. He looked like Jackson Dart was his son that got his first, like, it was more like a I love you son moment at the end of that Chargers game.
It was a different situation too, because Russ, he been trashed the first 2 weeks. So for you,
he had a tough schedule, but he wasn't.
So
he didn't play.
So you ball in this game is like, okay, good job.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody who been having that anticipation on getting in the game and everybody talking about him, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a little bit more excitement, a little bit.
That's
more,
why I say that having somebody different in the huddle, would definitely bring, like you saying, it brings a little bit more energy to the huddle.
Know, maybe they connect better than him and Russ.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm 100% agree with you.
Right.
As far as like Russ probably come in, it's just like, okay, you're a veteran. We kind of know what you can and can't do, so we try to build our sample size of plays based off that.
Mm-hmm.
Russ is good at the deep ball, so they probably do a lot of plays where they want to give Malik. Speaking of Malik Neighbors, man, that kind of messed me up a little bit either with him turning his ACL. But they want to give guys chances to go make plays, and Russ was good at that. So now that I'm pretty sure the New York Giants season is not going anywhere. Maybe not, but it's good to see him get in there and play. It still take me back to, damn, Shedeur couldn't have done none of that. Damn, Shedeur couldn't have.
Jackson Dart or Shedeur?
Shedeur or Shedeur?
Ever since you said Shedeur, his name's Shedeur now.
I don't know, man. I'm
taking Jackson, honestly.
That's how you taking Jackson Dart?
I'm taking Jackson. Bro went first round. Mm-hmm. That's the reason he went first round.
Yeah.
I never saw Shedeur going first round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For real?
At all.
Damn. I had him at least going top. I had him being at least one of the top 3 QBs being picked.
He was not winning at Colorado.
But who was winning at Colorado? You got to understand the circumstances and what he went into.
Yeah, they did better, but you still not top tier.
Okay, let's think about it. When you the first round draft pick, like Cam Ward 0-3, right? 0-4 right now. So the circumstance he went into was very, very hard. Now, if Cam Ward going to Tennessee and start winning games, you look at him as a generational talent, right? He going to Tennessee and turned the whole organization around. Essentially, that's what they're trying to say Shedeur did at Colorado. They went from not winning at all to, okay, boom, 1 year we go 4-8. The next year we go 8-4. We double wins from when we came, put up stats, jersey retirement.
I don't think that success came all from Shedeur.
No, I mean, but he the quarterback.
I don't think
you can't say you can't put the losses on him and be like that, and don't give him the wins. Get what I'm saying? That don't make sense to me. You can't say.
My thing is, I'm saying it wasn't even the wins. It wasn't him. Even the losses, it wasn't him. I'm saying as a whole, they won and lost them games.
Yeah.
Shedeur, I can't put Shedeur as a main factor of
on that team. I would have to say on that team, I would say for the only reason I'm saying that is because look where they at now.
I need to see more, bro. I need to see more from him. I need to see what he can do.
What more do you? What more did you need to see?
I haven't seen much of him.
What more do you need to see?
I see the it factor from Cam Moore. I see that.
Right.
I don't see that with Shedeur.
Well, okay. With the other 32 NFL quarterbacks, do you see it factors with all of them?
That ain't what we talking about.
That's what I'm saying, though. So the teams that needed quarterbacks, why wouldn't you take a chance on somebody like Shedeur?
They could have been in a progressive situation.
Yeah.
Like you said, I was talking to my guy earlier. Some teams don't even look at a player if they show
certain attributes, certain characteristics,
personalities. You know what I'm saying? They don't even look that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. Trust me, I know. I try to tell some of the athletes that we train all the time that if these coaches are watching,
that matters.
Bro, don't even think about the coaches. Don't even think about football. They know you're a great football player. They know you good. It's what type of person are you? How do you act when people not around?
We was talking to the scout the other day. They straight asked, "What is his personality?
What's his personality like?"
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. The cheetah. Do you think he's done? Do you think it's a wrap for Nito? Do you think it is over with?
Just recently had a knee injury.
He broke his.
Kyrie had a knee injury.
Kyrie tore his ACL,
and it wasn't as bad as Tyreek.
Tyreek ACL dislocated some ligaments in his knee. Like his leg is broke. Put it like that. His leg is broken. So I'm asking, is this the end? Because he for the last 2 offseasons he's been trying to get out of Miami. And this is another person that's trying to choose stats over wins. He chose the bag over winning. And you kind of see where it landed him. Because he wanted to go get more money and and he could have stayed over in Kansas City and been winning.
Same thing. I would have took the money. Because I feel like where I go, we going to win. Y'all might not have been
But you ain't got a Patrick Mahomes, though. You got a Tua Tagovailoa.
And Tua ain't bad, bro. Tua is precise.
Tua Osby. Tua. Well, I used to like Tua. When I'm talking about like watching a quarterback who's somebody who can throw with anticipation, play on time, can see it before it happens.
Can run a little bit. Left-handed, which is a little unorthodox. I was like, okay, I'm a fan of Tua. But now it's like he's not elevating his game anymore. I get what you're saying.
It's kind of like I know what I'm getting when I'm fooling with Tua now, right? This is like, so if somebody may come into the year, every year he's getting better. Every year Tua has kind of like reached his ceiling, if you ask me.
But the thing is about Tua, he been good though.
Tua been good.
So it's kind of hard for him to break a ceiling when it's already high.
But I think he's reached it though. I think I don't see Tua getting better.
I would take Tua as my quarterback over 50% of the quarterbacks in the league.
I mean, he's in the 50th percentile. He's like probably right in the middle of quarterbacks right now.
I don't think it's Tua's problem. I think it's the coaching, bro. It come down because you got Waller over there. They got the tight end Waller over there, bro. You can do so much with a big tight end like
he's
that.
throwing interceptions though. He got a pick every game, but last week.
And that's where maybe them concussions and them headbangers.
And so that's what I'm saying. Do you think Tyreek is done based off his situation in Miami?
I don't think Tyreek is done. Maybe in Miami.
Miami is
because you've seen his reaction. He
was on. He hit them boy with the farewell wave, like, hey, yes, it's a wrap. My shit might be broke, but I'm gone. You feel me? Like I'm up out of here. Like MIA has been fun. 305 has been fun. It
was clear as day. He said, yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I'm gone. I ain't never seen somebody break a leg and be so happy. I ain't never seen somebody break a leg and be so happy in my life. Bro broke your shit. It was just clapping like, yay. Like, I'm going back to Kansas City. Broke leg and all. That's probably what he going to try to go back to. That was
a tragic injury. And he didn't care.
It didn't have nothing. So I'm hearing a lot to do, speaking of injuries, I'm hearing a lot of to do with the turf. How you feel about turf fields?
That was like a sideline injury.
This had nothing to do with
somebody
turf.
Rolling up on you.
It was a nasty tackle.
That was a tackle. It was just a bad.
It was a bad look. It was a bad play for him, exactly. But
And then sometimes you see it look like he tried to like stop himself, like from sliding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
and the dude look like he kind of rolled it. It like he kind of contributed to it as well. Like sometimes when DBs get beat, they'll do the most to try to just whatever. And I feel like that's kind of what it was.
And bro was out of bounds. It wasn't even necessary.
It wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Once you get beat, you do the most for some reason. It's like when I see defenders get ripped in basketball and now they want to come back and play hell of a defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, chill out, bro.
I was so mad because bro only needed 2 more catches to hit my parlay.
He hit mine. He hit mine. But
I did see somebody on Twitter. They posted, you know how they be having these fantasy leagues. Somebody posted basically trying to trade Tyreek as soon as that injury happened. He was like, "Hey, bro, I'm trying to trade Tyreek." He was like, "I got too many receivers. I need a tight end."
Yeah.
Bro responded. He was like, "You must don't think I watched football."
Real talk. Y'all crazy as hell. But I know we had talked a little bit about who was it I wanted to get into? Bro, it was just right before you started talking, it was on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Bad Bunny. I wanted to get into Bad Bunny.
You want to talk about that now or at the end?
No, we get into it now. We're talking sports. Because, I mean, obviously, we don't know too much about Bad Bunny to really give him a whole segment to be talking about. Like, but I know enough about Bad Bunny to know that he is not necessarily sports, but he's music and culture as far as the Latin culture. He's probably one of the biggest Latin artists. I know he's real.
Bro, I seen one newspaper or one article said bro was making like $100 million a month.
Go look at his YouTube view. Like that's how go look at his YouTube views.
$100 million a month.
Bro, you got to think about Latin culture is way bigger than just what we got going on in like hip hop and yes, bro. Look at Messi.
$100 million a month.
Look at the Latin artists. Look at Latin sports. Look at anything that has this like outside, bro. See, we Americanized.
Let me hear you say $100 million a month.
I don't know if he make $100 million a month.
$100 million a month?
I mean, if he do, it's based off sales, bro.
Bro,
it's based off sales. And you know what surprised me? Because Jay-Z is the one who picks these artists
to
perform. He picked Kendrick. He picked he picked the Cali crew that did it in California with like 50 them and all that.
And they got so many people.
He did Riri. He did Rihanna. So now to move and
that's my thing. You got so many people to choose from, but you choose Bad Bunny. I feel like, is it because you against the ICE situation in the government?
No.
Like, why choose Bad Bunny out of 1,000 artists?
Okay, this is why, right? If you were to ask me, to me, he's keeping it very diverse.
That's another question. Where is the Super Bowl this year?
San Fran.
Okay,
it's in San Francisco.
That's a.
So he's keeping Mexican it very diverse. And then you got to think about one year we had Shakira and J-Lo. Nobody complained about that, obviously, because who they is. You feel me? Nobody gonna complain about Shakira and J-Lo. But you got to be diverse. You feel
like
me?
There's a lot of Hispanic and Mexican people in California.
Most of Cowboy fans are Hispanic. Stop playing.
San Francisco,
Hispanic. California, period, Hispanic.
That makes sense.
Right? Bad so I think it's a good look. I think it's a great choice. I don't know too much Bad Bunny music, but I definitely I'm probably finna start. He got a song on 2K. Like, so Bad Bunny make noise. It ain't like he ain't making. He got a song on 2K.
I said he had a song with Drake too. It's
Mia. He got a song with Drake called Mia. But Bad Bunny is a culture artist. I think he's gonna put on the show because I'm pretty sure if I know him, he probably gonna bring other Latin artists with him, and so that people, bro, they gonna spend some money. Like I said, the Latin culture is a little bit different from the American culture. Just being like, I mean, obviously with me going to Mexico for a little bit, like they support. Even look at Canelo. Canelo, if he was an American boxer, he probably be getting some of the love that like Bud get. Bud, people mess with Bud and Omaha. You get city love when you American. You feel? Because we all separated by states. But when you out there in that Latin culture, they all support you. Like I said, go when you get a chance, go look at Bad Bunny music, but go check his YouTube views out. Every single last video on YouTube, I promise you, $200-300 million plus.
You heard that about the Latin culture? They all stick together.
Yeah, they still regardless.
You know and they help their people.
And I mean, most of the companies like the NFL, they've one of them who's bought into a little bit of everything, even with the Latin culture having like the Hispanic Heritage Month / like games, they do stuff like that.
They had it somewhere this year. The Chiefs and the Chargers game was
in Dublin.
Where is that? Is that
in Ireland?
Okay,
Dublin's in Ireland. I don't know if it was out there or not. I think it was. I know they just had another game. I don't know if it was the Chargers. Somebody played in Dublin. Oh, the Vikings. Vikings and Steelers just played in Dublin this last week.
Somebody recently played in South America. That's what I'm thinking about.
I couldn't tell you. Chiefs.
Right. Was it the year before?
Is this year? They played in Mexico.
Exactly.
They played in Mexico. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I was what I'm saying, like them trying to dive into different avenues and different things is really like where it's at. So them choosing Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl.
It's smart.
It's smart. And then, see, what he was telling me is kind of weird because he ain't the type of person to come over here and perform because of the ICE situation and his people may be trying to come over here and perform, and his people come see him, they could possibly be deported and all this, that, and the third.
But that check looking right.
But ain't no check for the Super Bowl. That's the only thing.
What do you mean?
There's no check for the Super Bowl.
You don't get paid to perform?
Ooh. You didn't know that?
No.
That was the main thing, bro. It's to drop. The reason you don't get paid for it is because they're about to give you like $20 million in free advertisement. Right? So you're not getting paid for it. You finna be able to create this show how you want it. So
because you're on our platform.
Yeah. They're allowing you to make now he's gonna generate so much money from this though. He's gonna generate if you think talking about $100 million a month right now, once he get this Super Bowl stuff behind him and they start pushing his music and they start hitting more, that 100 gonna jump way further because now you talking about advertising. Now he finna be on all Super Bowl commercials. He finna be the headliner. So now his name finna be plastered like how Kendrick was. And then boom, he put on this performance, but it was just awkward that Bad Bunny don't perform over here. He perform in his country for that reason. He's scared about his people being deported.
That's my thing.
But he sold out for the Super Bowl.
What is his reason? What is his reason though, performing here though? What you think is
I don't know. You can't. If they call your phone. I don't care if you ain't been back in ages. They call your phone and say, we want you to perform somewhere as good as platform. This ain't no Coachella. This ain't no pop in that House of Blues. This ain't none of that. This is the Super Bowl, the most watched sports game in the world. And you get to perform at halftime to be able to advertise and maybe even put on for your country. I think it's a great opportunity. I think you got to take somebody call, especially if Jay-Z called my phone and tell me you want to perform in the Super Bowl. I'm coming for free because I know what it come with. I might not directly get paid from you, but everything you touch gonna pay me. You know what I'm saying? Like Bad Bunny, I'm pretty sure like he gets some type of anything that his name is on and being printed, bro, he probably gets some type of kickback from it. It ain't like how it was when we was in school. You can't just use his name and think he ain't finna get the NIL bag from it. Can't you? Bad Bunny pay you the NIL. You got name, image, and likeness.
All the Hispanic, all the Latin people in America, they already mess with Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
So it ain't. I don't feel like he not gonna gain nothing because.
Nah, I think he's gonna gain a lot. It's everybody gains from the Super Bowl. That's just like saying Beyonce ain't gonna gain nothing. It's always something to gain. If you don't, it's always something to gain. If you don't think you gonna gain, it's some whether it's one more fan. Whether it's, you know what I'm saying, one more sale, it's something to gain in it. It's something to gain. Let's talk about...
the thing about it is he don't have too many English songs.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
So how could a North American person, a person who speaks English...
Don't watch it.
That's my point. That's why I said he already has all the Latin people in America. So
yeah, but he going to gain some few extra fans. Somebody going to tune in. Somebody that he ain't never know who Bad Bunny is gon' watch it. And some old fart in Albuquerque, New Mexico that don't know nothing about Bad Bunny. He might straight football. Now who is this? Bad Bunny probably thought it was a girl. And so he tuned in, come to find out so he might gain one extra fan, whatever it is. But I want to get into my quarterbacks, and it wasn't the best week for my Qs. It was a good week for Arch, obviously. So Arch Manning had.
I feel like it was a decent week for Hoove. I feel like he made that one bad play at the end where he threw it. He had
some crucial mistakes, but
he threw it in a triple coverage.
Yeah, I still think. Speaking of TCU, before we get into the quarterbacks, I still think we have plenty of opportunity in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that with the league having so many teams, obviously, yes, you lost that one game, 3 points, cool, but you still have a chance to go compete for a Big 12 championship game if you just win out, right? The name of the game is win. And like I was up there this morning watching them practice or whatever, and I was just telling some of the players and the coaches on the sideline, like, y'all just got to finish, right? I think y'all put yourself playing. I knew the game wasn't going to be easy. I said that last week. I was like, I don't think it's going to be like that. I give us a touchdown, maybe 3 points, but I knew it was going to be a tight game, and they put themselves in position to win. They just didn't finish the game. And so if they would have won the fourth quarter, they would have won that game. They would have won that game. They would have won the fourth quarter. So if they can just learn how to finish, and normally with older teams, you normally know how to finish. So I'm like I said, big ups to Arizona State getting that dub over TCU and being at home as well. I think I watched a little bit of Sam Levitt. I haven't watched him all year. We obviously watched Mr. Tyson go off at receiver up there at Arizona State.
Sam as a quarterback, who would you choose? Sam Levitt? Is it Sam Levi or Sam Levitt?
It's Sam Levitt. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who would you choose, him or Hoover?
Hoover.
I feel like
Levitt is a great athlete.
Exactly.
He's a great athlete, but I would take Hoover for the quarterback position.
Hoover don't have the athletic ability.
He does. It may not be a Sam Levitt type athletic ability, right, but he has athletic ability to be able to at least escape the pocket. I'm not saying that he finna go
scramble for
20, 25, make it look like it's a Johnny Manziel type run, but he can go get you sometimes 3 or 4, 5. That's necessary. Sometimes he can go get you those 4 or 5 yards, or sometimes he can just escape the pocket to make those plays outside the pocket. But
because a lot of times he got sacked and he could have.
Yeah. Sometimes, bro, at QB taking a sack is not the worst thing. It's not a turnover, right? I'd rather take a sack than you throw a pick. I'd rather
you not take a sack and try to make something happen. Even if you,
but just think about the risk reward. That sometimes, yes, I want you to get out there and make a play, but you got to know when to just take a sack and when you got to know when to eat it. Because sometimes you can do too much. It's like Lamar. Lamar tried to do too much. Boom, fumble. Now you got to go try to find it. Like that's just throw it away. You got to live with it. They won that rep. That's just one rep. If you got 70 plays, they won one rep. I'll take that. You can't make a bad play worse. And sometimes I feel like I said, but if we would have just finished that game versus Arizona State, we would have been good. We put ourselves in a great position. We were leading. We had the dub. All you got to do is finish. But I'll tell them, just like I'm telling you right now, the season's not over.
Whether you're looking to elevate your game, tap into elite football training, or stay up to date with everything I've got going on, AcademyTV2.com is where it all starts. From exclusive podcast content to camp updates, training programs, and more, it's all in one place.
That's who we was talking about. Josh Hoover was 20 for 32, 242 yards passing, no TDs, right? They got Colorado this week coming into town. It's a blackout game. I think we'll beat Colorado. I think we should have no problems with Colorado. Looking at them, the way that Deion has the team over there in CU, real inconsistent. They don't know who their quarterback is. The team has been giving up run deep. Like I expect our running backs to go off this week because everybody I watch goes off on them at running back. So as long as we can run the ball, which I don't feel like we may have done good last week, but as long as we can run the ball, I think we'll be great, right? If Josh Hoover can throw for 250 yards and we got another 150 on the ground, we should win that game.
I definitely see them beating Colorado.
I see them beating Colorado
by at least 2 or 3 touchdowns.
The game's gonna be packed. We got all type of people coming in town this week, especially with Coach Prime being back in Texas. He's not even from Texas, but people out here obviously love him. He's coming back to TCU, so that game is a 6:00 kickoff. TCU don't really get that many night games, so to get Colorado here, Night in the Carters, should be pretty rocking. It's a blackout game, so I hope a lot of people show up. But
the fact that TCU used the tush push last time, Do you think somebody was watching us talk about the tush push and they decided
I don't know. Maybe.
They never used it before.
They never used it before. So I told you I walked campus today. They said they listening. So who knows? Taylor, they also had another bad loss. This against Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a great opponent.
Great defense.
The game didn't look too high. I think the score was like 42-13 or something like that. Taylor, like I said, I still full confidence in what he brings to the table and what he can do. Just continue the ball, continue to be you, don't change. But he went 17-32 with 207 passing yards, no touchdowns as well. And that's normally unlike him. He normally, like I said, we know Taylor Sasser. This is episode 5 for us, so we know he's been one of my guys since the beginning. And so I like I said, I know what he brings to the table. Obviously, he has to do that going against a little bit better opponents, but it's just not totally up to him. He has to have help. And then Arch Manning was on a bye week, but he comes up. He has Florida this week, and is that an away game or is that a home game for them? But I don't know. But Texas has Florida this week. It could be a home game. Florida needs to win. I know that DJ Legway is their quarterback. They need to win out there, and UT's probably not looking for a loss after that Ohio State game. If they plan on competing for a national championship or plan on competing for a SEC championship, this is what we're about to start seeing the real Arch Manning and what he's made of, right? Because you play Ohio State, you played y'all 2 trash schools, you got them games out the way.
You should be nice and
now it's time
everybody should know
play
the
SEC football.
Everybody should know the scheme. Everybody should know what's going on. It shouldn't be no more warm-up games.
The warm-up games are over with.
You should be
the warm-up games is a wrap.
Y'all should be on the train and moving.
It's a wrap. The warm-up games is over with. Arch Manning need to come in and look like how we expect him to look.
Right.
I think people are tired of hearing the excuses and all the reasons why this, that, and the third. It's at this point, bro. You got great opportunity. You got to go ball, bro. And you got Florida coming into town, or whether you're going to Florida, I think it's a home game for UT. You got to perform, and I don't think there's any ifs and buts about it. Because if you don't perform, trust me, y'all will not win. Florida's never been a university that has just laid down. And if you think they're just gonna lay down just because y'all the University of Texas and you Arch Manning, you can hang that up.
Florida got some dogs.
They always got. It's Florida. It's a state school.
And they physical.
It's SEC.
Very much.
I hate watching SEC football because it be so slow. It's the only thing I hate about it. It's a defensive lead. The score gonna be 20-19. You're like, hey, I've been here all day to watch 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That's why I love that's the difference between me and some of the Big 12 games. Like I like the Big 12 games. But I'm also get into, and you're gonna like this. Our Playmakers of the week. And the criteria obviously is the criteria. You gotta meet that. And this week our NFL Playmaker of the week was Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, obviously, I had to look it up because I know him as who played quarterback at Highland Park. Mm-hmm. But they say he's from Florida, but he moved here when he was obviously young. He's from the city of Dallas, went to high school at Highland Park, and then went on to play at Georgia. But he was 29 of 41. He was 375 passing yards and 3 TDs. He beat an undefeated Indy team. 27-20.
300 and how many yards?
75.
75.
Yeah, 375 passing. He was 29 for 41 with 3 passing TDs. They beat Indy. Indy was undefeated. I really had Indy picked on my ticket to beat the Rams. So, but for some, what's crazy? The Rams are getting a nod versus a lot of people, like especially in like betting. Like when people come like, bro, the Rams could win. Like they was talking about when they was playing Philly, like, oh, the Rams could beat Philly. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll sleep on the Rams more. I mean, they got Devontae Adams, they got Puka Nacua, they got Matthew Stafford. They got,
you said, 375 yards. Their offense is booming.
It's booming. So, I mean, when you got Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, you should be good. And you got QB like Matthew Stafford and an offensive coordinator like McVay. That's a winning recipe. That's a winning recipe. So we got him, obviously, and then your boy last week on our TCU Horned Frogs, we giving him the Playmaker of the Week for college. So Jordan Tyson goes to the Arizona State University, but he's from Allen High School. yeah, bro. It's from Allen High School. He did us like that. So his name is Jordan Tyson. He went for 8 catches, 126 yards,
1 touchdown,
and 2 TDs. He had the game-winning touchdown on us at the end. And you had a little wager with Craig last week that we would win by 2. But remember, he tried to have a little wager with me when he was sitting here. It was like, I think he'll go for 60 in a tub. Yeah. And I was like, that's kind of light. Yeah. Bro doubled that. Bro went for, like I said, 126 and 2 tuds. So he doubled, if not what I said. So shout out to Jordan Tyson. I honestly
feel like that's the weakness of TCU defense.
What, our secondary? I think it's a little, I would say that.
And I can say it's a little bit of both at the run game as well.
Well, our run game? Well, our running backs has been hurt. Hopefully we get number 2 back.
Our run stop.
Our run stop defense. Our run defense. Oh, okay. I don't know if our run defense is bad, but I think versus athletic quarterbacks, it can get a little hectic. I think you got somebody who can move, like obviously Sam Levitt, obviously the QB from SMU. When you get them type of QBs, guys that really make defenses really like, damn, bro, we had everything covered. He took off on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that right there demoralizes the defense when it come to like continue to be like, so it will hurt you. It will.
I think we got a variety pack in our defense. You know, they got a lot of diversity in their defense. They just got to know when to do what. You know what I'm saying? When to do the right thing. So far, they've been good.
I think I would like to start seeing them play a little bit more man coverage.
Man coverage?
I think I was.
Two-man?
Maybe 2 man and some man. I would love to start seeing Bud like in the box, maybe. Yeah, starting to see him starting to go like make plays behind. Like I don't know because he's playing safety right now. Right now, I don't really like they going like no safety blitzes, no like nothing really too exotic on this defense side of the ball. Like sending corner cats and then like I don't really see too much right now from the defense. So
it's funny because they do a lot of stuff we did back then. They do a lot of wide stinger. What you is where they send the nickel from the wide side. That's
what they drop the end or something like that, or drop somebody out.
They blitz. What is it? 4? They blitz 5.
It's blitz 5.
The nickel will be the 5th person.
Yeah. So it's essentially they bring it on our side of the ball. We would call out, and they would fan out to him.
But how do you know he coming?
He's probably gonna be down pressed, and somebody's gonna be over the top of him.
What if they don't show it? It's called disguising.
It's called disguising. you just got to know. That's what film study comes in.
And how you beat that? I would love to go a little 5-man, sometime press 2-man, like you said. That way you can throw that in there a little bit.
Yeah, but it's hard to go to the worst defense you can put in versus a running quarterback is 2-man.
2-man.
Because you got everybody who turned around. Once he passed the line of scrimmage,
how you fix that?
He gone.
It's 4-man rushing, right?
Spy.
2-man with 3 rush and 1 spy.
1 spy.
Come on, man.
You got to have somebody who
that can run.
Though. Right. So who are you gonna sacrifice? You can't. He gonna get by any D lineman.
And honestly, you could put in another linebacker in there for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You can call it a certain package.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take a D lineman out, put a linebacker in.
Yeah.
Call it a certain package and have that linebacker be the spy.
Yeah.
Simple, bro.
But our playmaker for high school is Tristan Shelton. He's a receiver at, I think it was Dengar. I think he's a receiver at Dengar.
That's a good program.
Yeah. They beat, I forgot who they beat this week, but they won like 42-7. They beat the brakes off somebody. And he's a receiver up there. He already has offers from TCU, Syracuse, U of A, Texas Tech. I mean, you name it. The kid has the opportunity to go beat some. So, we're gonna highlight those DFW kids from the state of Texas that are definitely like making plays. We don't necessarily do like honorable mentions, but to shout out names, obviously would be guys like your boy Decorian Moore, who you talked about, the receiver at Oregon. Keelan Russell, he's not playing right now.
I feel like Decorian Moore at Oregon. He's a freshman, right? At Oregon.
He's a freshman.
I feel like next year he'll have that breakout season.
This year like a Devontae Smith, Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State.
See, Jeremiah Smith had a big season his freshman year.
Yeah, he did.
But I feel like Decorian, he got to learn like how it works.
Yeah. They're different receivers too.
Of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he gonna
but Decorian gonna be a dog.
Yeah, he gonna be a baller for sure next year.
Yeah, shout out to them up there at Oregon. Like I said, Keelan Russell at Alabama, he'll probably be the guy next year. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of the guys is with our Tula family as well that are at these schools. Some in the NFL, some in high school, some in middle school. So, shout out Craig and us at Tula. Shout out Washed Up Sports as well with our boy Tyler. They doing a bunch of stuff for Washed Up Sports as well. And then just shout out to a lot of the people who just continue to watch us too. Like I said, I had them two young ladies push up on me today and was like, we watch a podcast. So it kind of made me feel good about like some of the stuff that we do and some of the stuff that we're doing and putting out and just trying to continue to keep it positive. Yeah, we're going to say some stuff like about Russ and but for the most part, I feel like we try to keep it as positive as possible. And we try to fly our negativity away, you feel me? Because we're not here to like tear anybody down or just really here to try to give opportunity.
Podcast.
Yeah,
we are here to build the community.
Yeah. Not saying we ain't gonna be controversial, but it could. It's,
right. At the end of the day, we uplifting.
Yeah, we ain't coming at nobody next or trying to turn nobody down. What I will say, back to that Nafisia Collier thing though, the fact that it's a woman in control of that, and still like normally you would see a male
was she
dominant
like
that don't understand player? Or maybe, but I don't even know if she's from what I heard she's a great businesswoman.
I'm saying, was she a previous player?
No. I don't think so.
And usually great business people, there's usually somebody being sacrificed somewhere.
Yeah, and I hate. Because they're just the money, or they're just the they have the credentials to be in that seat, but they don't really know shit about the game, right? And them be the people like maybe like this lady who's the commissioner of the WNBA. That may be what she is. She just need to be grateful for her seat and really just try to help these people as much as they possibly can, because that's gonna keep you in that seat longer. The more you can probably be for the players, and I ain't necessarily saying like you're the owners, because you have to be the one to decipher on both sides what's good for the players and what's good for the owners.
Yeah, and honestly, maybe she don't know no better. Maybe she learned that.
She gonna learn today.
She learned that from the person who was previously in her seat, who taught her that traditional way.
Yeah,
maybe she don't know no better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So this new, thought process, this new mindset of paying the players a little bit more. You know what I'm saying, giving them what they deserve. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, that's new. Maybe she will adjust and adapt to, you know what I'm saying, that new mindset.
I hope so.
And everything, go up from there.
I hope so. I'm pretty, like, one thing I know, time heals everything. It's hot right now. It's probably, everybody probably calling the phone, this, that, and the third, but this time, about 4, 5, 6 months to be down the line, we may not ever hear about this again. If she can resolve it the right way. If she can necessarily get these players what they need and I feel like they deserve, and then maybe we may see a relationship being rekindled again.
And if don't nothing happen, you're going to constantly hear the complaints.
If don't nothing happen, I think she's going to lose. I think they're going to apply so much pressure to the point to where, like,
that's what I mean.
I think they got so much ammo on her now after what she done said to her, like, hey, like, if you don't do something, you're out, going to leave.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it's getting to the point to right now. This is, for me, it's what it's looking like.
I wish we put that pressure on them back in when we was playing college football. Maybe we could have got.
We applied pressure. I
feel like honestly, it could have been much more.
But everything gets better with time.
Just like how she's telling us to accept just being here. Yeah. I feel like we just accepted. We just accepted just playing for having a scholarship, free scholarship. You know what I'm saying?
Getting our little allowance. To a certain extent, we accepted it, but we talking about where we came from. Think about where we came from. I was living with my grandmother. It was about 4, 5, 6 other kids in the house.
We didn't know no better. But we knew what was going on wasn't right. We knew that for a fact.
But And I was still, but I would say I was still thankful for the opportunity to not to be
right. But that's how they wanted us to
That's
think.
how they wanted us to
Exactly.
think. Not to be at the crib, not to have to go work a job.
Free
like
education.
I'm getting my school paid for. I'm up here. They feed me.
Right.
And that's the mindset that they, like you said, that's the mind. Like they taking care of me up here. But at the end of the day, they taking care of you only because they very well have the means to take care of you because you've put so much money in their pockets. They owe you that.
I was going to say they owe you so much more.
They owe you so much more, but they willing to give you that. Go eat at the Blue, and it's a Chick-fil-A will give you some frog bucks and some campus cash, and go spend that. That's why I was telling people, bro. When I was in school, bro, my grandmother was paying my phone bill. Like,
bro, what was we getting? Like $600
depends.
a semester?
So we got financial aid.
Or was it $600 a month?
So my financial aid was $2,250. Or was it?
That's probably about $600.
That's what everybody was getting. And you only got that once every semester. Right. You get your Pell Grant once every semester, like $2,200. Right. And Coach P used to try to tell us to be most financially responsible as possible with that $2,200 because y'all ain't got no. And so, boom, everybody probably went to go buy a whip, right? Everybody went to go buy a car or whatever. And then my scholarship checks living on campus when I was a freshman year was like $200.
Bro, I went and bought a moped. I ain't even have enough to go buy a car. I bought a moped.
That's crazy.
Driving around on a moped, beep, beep, beep. Like, I got to get to where I'm going. We're going to make it happen.
It's certain things that we probably can't even say on the podcast for like what coaches done or didn't do. I'm gonna say done and didn't do that could possibly cause and it was all like and I'll bring up this situation because this can be our culture talk and it may be a little old, but like this kind of bring up the Teddy Bridgewater situation to me, right? You taking kids that's less fortunate and giving them all equal opportunity, not just one person being the spotlighted or I'm just handing out money. When you're able to bless
the whole team
with something, it hits a little different. It's not. When I seen that they had suspended Teddy Bridgewater for something like this, like dang, it's like once again here we go with somebody who's doing something at the kindness and the generosity of their heart to go help somebody.
Maybe it was how he did it. Maybe it could have been done more, professional or more.
Well, it's no way. I don't think there was any way for him to go about it. Right when you Teddy Bridgewater and you worth millions of dollars and you got a team who you can help, then they go win a championship and go undefeated, and they might feel like all this has to contribute. You feel me? But he's taking these underprivileged kids, and most people know there's buku talent in the hood. Buku talent in the hood. So he from the research and the knowledge that I was kind of getting from the situation was that he coaches at a school where it's probably like the poorest school in the neighborhood. And so instead of him, like he's not buying clothes, he's buying gear that his entire team can wear. And obviously, like, okay, if he ain't got a ride or if he needs school clothes, I ain't necessarily buying school, so they can walk around looking like a team. I'm not giving individual players. And sometimes he would, okay, their parents ain't got a meal, like my players need to eat. And granted, he could have went about it the Dion way and got sponsors and boosters and all that, but why go do all that when you got the bread and the means to do it yourself?
And honestly, when I coached at my high school, at my private school last year, it was a few kids who wasn't getting free lunch, who had to pay every day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I was literally, so here go $10 a day. You know
just to go eat.
Just to eat.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Illegal as shit, though. Illegal. Like, it would have been illegal for Coach P, for us to come to Coach P and be like, bro, we hungry, and him to hand us bread. That's illegal for him. But we his players, we look at him as this.
That's what I said for Teddy Bridgewater. It's about how you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He did it for all. That's what I think the best thing he did. It ain't like he stuck with an individual and I'm gonna help this. Like I did it for all my teammates. It was an equal. I passed out gear as a whole, not just. I ain't gonna pass out polo t-shirts. Like I passed out sweats, hoodies, shirts, socks, shit that they can wear around that look like a team. So I can respect that, and the fact that you can get suspended and lose and possibly may even have that championship taken from them kids.
I don't feel like if they was winning, they wouldn't have bothered.
They wouldn't have done it. Right. I feel the same way about the tush push. You just kind of proved my point. I don't think if Philly was winning, the tush push would be banned. But that's just my opinion. we ain't gonna say too much.
As successful as the tush push is, I feel like it would have been banned eventually anyway.
It would have been banned eventually anyway.
Because they 90%, 95% with the tush push getting 1 or 2 yards for the first touchdown. Like they could be losing, but still successful with that play.
Gonna put them back in the game.
No, I'm saying that's play. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that, but possibly yes.
Come on, man.
But how many? I done stopped plenty of 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s.
When they hand the ball to the running back,
shooting gaps and getting tackles.
So you can't stop this one though.
Exactly.
Can't stop this one though.
That's
the problem.
There's no way you can stop the tush push.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why it's called cheating. It's cheating.
Anyway, you got any last minute remarks before you want to get any shout outs, any topics, any things of the week you want to look forward to?
Yeah, man. Shout out YK1K, man. Young Kings, One King.
That's a clothing brand,
That's the clothing brand I got on here, man. It's my dog, Bambata. You know, he do a lot for the community as far as with football.
Yeah.
And just giving back, giving back the knowledge, the knowledge that we need as far as in being vegan, just a lot of cultural books they got in the shop. He's real solid dude, man. Shout out Young Kings, One King, man. YK1K.
Yeah, I done heard of that.
That's a cool little brand. They got a little 7-on-7 team they do as well. Support the
Pee Wee football. The Pee Wee football is getting
is crazy.
The community is getting crazy. Yeah. The Pee Wee football community is wild, especially here in Texas.
Texas, for sure.
DFW,
a key to lead.
Yeah, to lead. I know somebody that played.
They just got in trouble for how serious and how competitive it is.
I know some people that play for Talib team. Maybe they're doing all right now. He coached the Mustangs, so they straight right now.
Yeah.
But there's other teams like I'm saying. This Pee Wee stuff gets crazy, bro. Like,
honestly, the youth they only getting better.
They way better than what we were.
Younger, because they see it.
You got to think about the opportunity they get as well.
That as well.
We ain't had chances to go meet. Not necessarily, I ain't saying that we idols or nothing, but some of these kids watched us when they was growing up, so to come train with us, they're like, damn. So it's a little bit different. My whole time training, at West Mesquite, I never seen an NFL player in my life.
Exactly.
In my high school, growing up, if I seen an NFL player, it wasn't on the football field.
And then you making plays and you living the life, like we didn't see how to do it. We just did it.
Yeah, we just did it. It was nobody to set
the
example.
Now they getting the whole example, the whole nine, the whole blueprint.
Shebang.
Yeah, they getting the whole blueprint on how to do it.
You know what people would tell you if all this complaining you doing, what you think they would say?
I'm not complaining. Shout out to the youth, man.
Congratulations
to y'all, man.
You say whoop-dee-doo. Whoop-dee-doo. We gotta go whoop-dee-doo. No, I'm just playing, but
hey, man, shout out to the youth, man.
Shout out to the youth for sure.
Keep doing your thing.
If I want to give a shout out to like I said earlier, just the people who's continue to tap in with us, continue to watch. Appreciate y'all.
It's only gonna get better, baby.
It's only gonna get better.
It's only gonna get better.
The content, the setting. We shooting her at the stew right now, but it may be other places we go shoot at as well. But
leave some comments.
Yeah,
let us know.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Let us know
anything
what y'all
you want us to discuss.
Yeah.
Anything that y'all may want us to talk about, man. Like I said, yeah, we really done locked in what half. Like he said, we didn't put in half the work as far as getting to 10 episodes. We at episode 5. And that's crazy because when we first came up with this whole thing, I ain't think it was gonna go this far. I mean, I'm glad. I don't even know. It's getting to the point where I don't even know when it's gonna end. So we just continue to put out content all year round. If that's what it is. Before you know it, we're gonna stop saying what episode it is, and it's just us.
Episode 365.
Episode 365. This is not for real. But shout out to you, sports. I know you. Do you do any training as far as athletes?
So you got your website. I'm building mine right now.
Yes.
So we'll both. I mean, you can post yours right now until I get mine up.
I mean, I can post mine right now until you get yours up. It's crazy.
I'm saying in general, we can post both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just hit my line. Hit my Instagram.
So, if what exactly do you do, or as far as training linebackers? What
fitness?
Mm-hmm.
Football, all positions.
Yeah.
Personal training, mentorship, all of the above.
Yeah.
Anything when it comes to fitness training or sports, you got me.
Yeah. So kind of the same with me. If y'all are looking for any quarterback specific training, I normally work with quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs, and obviously we do speed training as well. So if any of y'all watching this, and we'll probably clip this in as well. If any of y'all watching this, and my website is pinned to my profiles as well. But the name of my website is academytv2.com. You can go in there and find our videos on there. You can go in there and find some of the kids that we train. If you want to buy some merchandise, you can go in there as well. I don't think anything is up. I think everything is sold right now. But as far as just like staying updated with what we do, you can always catch us on the website. Obviously, we have this podcast as well. We'll be updating people. But I train quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, and we also do speed training at the academy. So tap in. The one-on-one sessions, you don't know, they might change your life as far as the opportunity that it could bring. I mean, obviously, we're connected, and I mean, some of our players that we used to play with are coaching at universities now. So being able to just shoot names to coaches, people got coaches at Missouri, got coaches obviously at TCU, know the athletic director at the University of Texas. So there's nothing for us to be able to reach out to certain people to be able to get your kids and see if we can possibly get them to go D1 or if they're good enough to go D1, but work with them throughout the whole transition and process as well. Yeah. So that's one thing I would say about
it is
the
not
academy.
It's not a problem for you guys to reach out, to get information. If I don't know, I'm sure Trey know.
Right.
If Trey don't know,
and we got other
know.
people under the academy.
And if we
too.
don't, there's plenty of people who can give that information and support. Whatever you need. Man.
Under my umbrella right now, obviously, I know I can call you because I don't coach nobody on defense. So, I know I can call you if I need help with the linebackers. I know I have an offensive lineman who went to the University of Texas who can help me with my offensive lineman as far as footwork and what they need to do. Even on the defensive side of the ball, I got somebody on the D-line who went to TCU as well who can help us as far as training kids. So the academy umbrella is huge, and I'm trying to just continue to build the brand, and so when they do come to us, they know exactly what they're getting.
If you're trying to be the best that you can,
tap in.
Contact the All-Americans.
Nah, for real.
If you're trying to be the best that you can, tap in with the All-Americans.
Because we is the can, man. We can't just play. Nah, but that's all I got for episode 5, man. Shout out to them 2 women who stopped me early and gave me definitely positive feedback and energy, and they had some things that they said that we discussed on the show. So shout out to them. Like I said, bro, this is the end of episode 5. We're gonna be done saying episodes here pretty soon. It's just gonna pop our shit how we pop it. But man, appreciate y'all hanging with us, and we are. I like this episode.
Much love.
For real.